I like a candle. A little bit fancy. Hi and welcome to what is a rather pretentious looking setup, I think. A little armchair. Gotta use what you got. I'm Izzy. I work full-time in a London university in student engagement and student experience. However, because of the virus, I am back home. The purpose of these videos is primarily for the students at the university to make them feel like we're still here as a student union. However, if you don't go to the university, welcome all the same. What we're going to go over today is literally 3 little tips, ideas, suggestions on how you can spend your time if you're bored, how you can keep yourself motivated, and whilst they can take up lots of your day, they are also small things that you can do with kids or in your lunchtime or before you start working. So hopefully they are relatable, adaptable, useful. Idea number 1. You have a ton more time in the morning. Why not cook that breakfast that you've always wanted to cook? In this video, I'm going to cook some pancakes. They are super healthy, super adaptable, so I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, refined sugar-free, also known as paleo. You can use pretty much any flour. If you want them chocolatey, you can add cocoa or cacao. And add milk. If you don't have milk, you can add water, you can add a little bit of both. So this recipe is super adaptable. If you're vegan, you can use a flax egg. If you want them savoury, don't add a sweetener and add extra water so that they're thinner. It's really, really easy recipe. That's something that you might not have done before because you didn't think you had enough time. Number 2 is get outside. Whether you go for a walk with your kids, whether you take them to the park, as long as they're obviously staying away from other kids, maybe you do a workout in the park. But in this video, I'm going for a run with my mum.
One simple thing you can do to help other people, especially the elderly, is if you're out going for a walk or a run, literally just say hello. It might be the most human interaction they've had for a while.
Okay, tip number 3. In the spirit of keeping productive despite being stuck inside, we're gonna do some pantry organisation. I have spent the last 5 years in university or rented accommodation, and there you have probably 2 cupboards max. You have what you've got and there's very little space. So understandably, most of you probably won't have a larder or a pantry like we do, but that doesn't mean that you can't sort things out with the space that you've got. And some of the tips that I'll give you in this video might help you consolidate or clean out that space. We spend a lot of time in the larder, often going in there. I'm gonna say a spoon, sticking a spoon into the peanut butter pot or the almond butter pot and just chilling there for a while. Sometimes I'll even sit down and do it, just because I know I'm going to be there for a while. It's really our happy place, and if it's going to be our happy place, I think that it should be a little tidier. Yeah. All of these jars were second hand or from charity shops and stuff, for like £1. These are vitamin boxes and we just write on them with Sharpies. But they're half full, there's loads of them. There's a couple that we've got like 2 lots of goji berries.
And it's just really stresses me out.
There are 2 essentials when cleaning out the pantry. 1, baggy jumper, gotta be comfy. Do it in your pyjamas.
2nd, not for kids, glass of wine.
That's
Oh, glass of wine.
Video is definitely not endorsing the drinking of alcohol. You do not need a glass of wine in your hand in order to organise your pantry. What's for the tube, Mum?
Some soy sauce that we can accumulate into one.
These are all spices.
More chili flakes, wouldn't recommend, they're extremely hot, as it says. Did I read it? No.
So after a long day of cleaning lots and lots of bottles and moving things around, I think we finally made some kind of progress and it is looking good. There seems to be a lot of Well, with that pantry organisation, that brings us to the end of this video. I guess it is quite generic and isn't life-changing in that sense, but hopefully it's a nice break in between your study or work. I've never done anything like this before, so just a sort of taster video, something to get me used to filming and the editing process, and I guess to see if this is the kind of thing you guys want to see. It's literally for you, so please comment below on whether you enjoyed this, things that you want to see, whether that's to do with how to keep your kids active. I am working in a household with an 11-year-old, so I do feel that I can provide an insight on that. Restrictions are very high at the minute and we're all in the same boat. I am very active and I do find a way to keep active no matter what these restrictions are. So if you do want home workouts from me, or if you want healthy recipes that you can cook using basic ingredients, obviously the shops are not as well stocked because everyone has been buying a lot at once. I personally have a ton of chickpeas at the back of my cupboard and quite a few awesome recipe ideas that are super healthy, super easy, and for kids as well as adults. So I will be making a video on that shortly, but I'd love to know what kind of products you have at the back of your cupboard that you just don't know what to do with. Comment what those products are below and I will try and come up with a recipe. Also, if you want more tips on healthy eating, recipes or workout videos, please do check out my Instagram, Miller_cornerfitness. So do check that out if you'd like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And me and my lovely pretentious armchair will see you next time.